This generation is doomed. Okay, so my mic isn't working. It needs to be charged. And I didn't think for a second that it needed to be charged again because I literally just charged it like 2 days ago. And I did an episode of my podcast and I did a video and now it has to be charged again. Even though this morning it was totally fine. I don't know. But hopefully you guys can hear me. Even though it has to be charged a lot, I would still recommend this mic that I bought on Amazon. I would still recommend it because it sounds amazing. Like the sound quality is really, really good. You just have to charge it every like fucking 3 days, depending on what you're using it for. Because like I'm basically creating content for the most part, like every day or every other day. So I do have to charge it up quite often. But it is raining too, so hopefully you guys can hear me. This video on TikTok, I actually saw it off of a channel called Ruined Leon. And I actually watch him quite often. He is just very entertaining to watch. But anyway, this chick is not knowing how to dress when she goes to an interview.
So I just got dress coded during an interview and then they decided to reschedule the interview with me for tomorrow. But before they rescheduled, the lady was like, would you like to come back? Like go change and then come back? And I was like, no, these are the shorts. Let me turn to the side for y'all. These are the shorts.
So initially when I watched the video, I thought that her shorts weren't even that short. I'm like, oh, not that bad. And then I watched it a few more times and it felt like each time I was watching it, her shorts were getting shorter and shorter. But I was just like, why is she wearing booty shorts? Like at the end, after like the 8th, 9th time of me watching the video, I was like, why is her shorts up her ass? Her sweater definitely looks like a sweater that should be worn sometime between October and February. Then she has these shorts. Like, ma'am, I am so confused to what you're trying to do with this outfit. She did not have a problem with this. She looked in the mirror and was like, yo,
I look good. I'm definitely getting this job. And then afterwards, I'm gonna go celebrate with some friends.
That's what it was giving me. It was giving me, I'm about to get this job. I'm about to nail this shit.
Hitting up that happy hour.
Of course, because this is social media and people like to display and showcase their nonsense on social media, people obviously responded to this. So let's go through the idiotic responses first.
When we look at dress codes and this idea of what is professional, we have to look at kind of who's making those rules and where they're coming from. And a lot of those rules come from Eurocentric white areas. So what's the point of a dress code? The point of the dress code is conformity and to put forth a specific image. But what is that image and where does that image come from? And if we take it all the way back, typically this image of professional and dress codes all originates back to Britain and the United Kingdom and colonization. And this idea of conformity around you need to be successful like our country, and so therefore you must fit our expectations. And that has to do with a lot of white colonizing non-white communities of color and saying you are only successful if you dress like us. So when we put that to schools and jobs, we're saying you can only be successful when you dress like a white person.
Man, I hope you guys can hear me because this rain is getting intense. You know what's interesting? How you can just look at someone and just automatically know exactly how they're going to talk, how they're going to think, and their views on life just from looking at them. Like, my dude, you look exactly the way I think you are going to be. Like, people don't want people to judge them when you are living in reality, in the world, in a free-thinking country. The idea that you don't want people to judge you means you want to live in fairy tale land. Judging people is a thing. I want my friends to let me know what is going on that I'm doing that I don't see. There's nothing worse than your friend being that yes queen, yes, you're right, than someone that you did not expect tells you the truth, and it's like something that you immediately see once that person says that, and then you look at your friend differently. Like,
why did you stop me from looking stupid?
So let's listen to this other chick.
No, but I actually think the girl that wore shorts to the interview was onto something. I think she was. I think everybody is just mad and scared because it's not the norm. I think that is the only reason, because the length of her shorts was not the issue. If that had been a dress or a skirt, it would have been fine. But have we ever sat to think about why our only professional work options are either pants, skirts, or dresses? As somebody that never wants to wear a skirt or a dress in the workplace, why am I subjected to only being able to wear pants? Why do men allow themselves to only be subjected to wearing pants? Huh? The rising temperatures, why, at least in the summers, is there not some sort of shorts, like, mandate that you can wear shorts in the summer? I think it's just because it's not the norm, right? But this used to not be the norm. This used to not be the norm. These used to make people mad. And I show up to my little 9 to 5 with it every single day. So I think we're just scared that she was trying something new. But I think we should all try something new. Bring shorts to the professional space. Why not?
Man, this is why there's going to be a lot of very disappointed people when they get older because they live in a world like this. You are under this impression that just because we're progressive and things are changing and things that were not good back in the day are now being normalized, that doesn't mean that everybody has to adapt to that reality. Some people are living in the world and navigating things according to what has worked and what isn't working. Not every job's going to accept a tattoo on your arm. Not every job's going to accept a bunch of people with facial piercings. That is what it is. That seems like a job that you would want when you're working at like a bartending job or a coffee shop job. How she was dressed, it looked like she was trying to get an office job. There's never been a moment in history that I can remember where someone was working in an office and they were able to show up in shorts, especially if you're coming into the place looking to get a job there.
I don't even think they're teaching it in school anymore, because I remember when I was in high school, they taught us how to write and format a resume. Like, I don't even think they teaching these younger kids how to write resumes anymore, let alone how to dress professionally for a job interview. And I think a lot of people are being really mean to her in her comments, saying that you should have known better, you should have known not to wear shorts to an interview. And honestly, I believe she genuinely did not know. I do believe she can use this moment as a teachable lesson, like, do not wear shorts to a job interview.
With the invention of smartphones where you can literally Google anything, the fact that she didn't think to Google like proper attire for interview is just insane, because I feel like anything would pop up for you and it would be 110% better than what you decided to wear. As a person looking in, I wouldn't see what she's wearing as a problem, but again, I watched that video like 8 or 9 times, and each time her shorts just felt like they were getting shorter and shorter. Bitch, I know what your plans are. Don't try to play people.
That girl wear professional booty shorts with a skin-tight shirt. Are y'all cool for real? I feel like I'm being pranked by the people that fit in this girl. Job interviews are not the place to be pushing work boundary. You better pull out them JCPenney slacks and get you a Kato's blouse. It's cool to be a fine glass of wine on the weekends, but when it comes to work, the money you need to pay your roof, man, y'all better stop playing.
That woman who wore shorts to her job interview is used to women lying to her. And the woman probably lied to her and told her that she looked good. And she came to TikTok looking for validation. And she couldn't even take accountability because, again, she's used to people lying to her.
I think our generation kind of lacks the professionalism aspect, just like a teensy little bit. Honestly, if I was an employer, I probably would have just denied her the job on the spot, for being completely honest. But it's a poor take, and I agree with the older generation when they say that our generation thinks that there are things that are socially acceptable because of the internet, and the internet in real life are like simply just, they're just not mutually exclusive. You know what I mean?
You made that video like you was in the right. Go put some work clothes on. Did we forget the decorum when it comes to a job interview? The cardigan did nothing but really just piss me off. Because at that point, I feel like you were trying to gaslight us. Unless you were going to go apply to work at a gym as a park ranger or a summer camp, them shorts was never going to work. I felt like she had some plans for after the interview. She wanted to go to happy hour after, and she's trying to, kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
And the first thought that popped in my head is, why the fuck you got on shorts? The outfit fashionably didn't make any sense, but to an interview, definitely didn't make sense. And you want us to agree that you shouldn't have been sent home? You should have been sent home immediately for having that outfit on.
You know what sucks? I know that nowadays people are not teaching kids how to do cursive. Kids are dumber than ever. And now they have no idea how to properly dress for events, for situations. You see the videos all the time. Like, you see people that go to weddings and then they try to wear white, or they try to wear things that are very revealing, or they go to certain events and they just are not, they see the room and they're the main character and they don't care what anybody else is doing, what they're saying, what they're thinking. There are moments where you really should care. If you are walking into an establishment where there are rules and standards set in place and you want to be the one that's different, expect people to say something to you. Expect people to respond to you the way you were hoping that they wouldn't, because you're not the main character. There are people that actually have standards. Those standards need to be implemented, or you can always find somewhere else to go. And so when it came to this, I think the worst part of it for me was that the interviewer was nice enough to allow her to come back after changing to do the interview, and she said no. That's the part that got me. Most people will just look at you first impressions and be like, okay, she doesn't fully get it. All right, we're gonna go through this, but we're gonna make this interview real quick because we're not even gonna hire her. She was giving you a second chance and you still was like,
Yeah, I'm all set with that. I don't know. I think I look good. I don't know why you pressing me.
She really had the nerve to do like a fucking 360-degree turn. I was like, ma'am, what are you trying to convince us of? We see what you wearing. You definitely are dressed like you about to go out afterwards. It's given I'm about to hit a happy hour because I definitely got this job in the bag. Like, you celebrate before you even get the job. Like, I'm so confused. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're always notified about the new videos that I have coming out. I really hope you guys were able to hear me, because again, the more I was talking, the louder the rain was getting, and I was like, really rain? But let me know in the comments below, do you think that the girl was inappropriate with her attire? Do you think that it was totally fine? Granted, we have really no idea what she was interviewing for, so this is all just based off of just first impressions, just looking at her. We hear job, we hear interview, our minds wander. We have no idea what she was applying for. She could be applying for a restaurant job for all we know. That wherever she was applying at, what she was wearing wasn't cutting it, and she did not give a shit. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this, because I'd be very intrigued to read what you guys think. Because I have a podcast and I definitely do stuff up there. It took me a minute because I took a little break from it, not because I wanted to. The platform that I was creating my podcast on ended up changing their formatting, but it kind of threw me off because I was just like, you just took a thing that I was doing that was super easy and making it way harder. After learning about how I could navigate it, I was like, okay, this is good. I can get back into this. It's not as hard as I thought it was. All of that will be found in the description bar below. I love you guys. I know that you guys know that, but I really need to say it because I really do. And I hope to see you all in the next episode. I know the video is done, but give me like 2 more seconds. You will not regret it. Whether I'm creating content on YouTube, my podcast, or even Instagram, everything can be found on my fingertip. So what is Fingertip? A company reached out to me a few months ago asking me to try out their platform, and I was super excited because at the time I was on Linktree. They created a very generic profile for me, which was awesome, but then I was able to customize it, which was super easy. It's basically like Linktree, but on steroids. If you are an artist or just a person showcasing your business, it's a great platform to showcase what you have to offer. You should check out my profile, and then if you decide at the end that you like what you see, you can scroll to the bottom, press the link, and create one for yourself for free. Afterwards, let me know what you do and show me actually what your profile looks like once you create it. I love you all, and I hope to have you all come back for the next episode.